Game time! Woo!
What up, YouTube? It's your boy, Detroit Love, PDubs, MichaelB the Game Genie, and Restalgia with another episode of the Super Game Room Dudes. Let's get it started.
Man, nice. What'd you think of that music, man? Nice and getting ready for the award show, guys. It's the award show. It's the end of 2021. We're gonna copy off of a YouTuber named MichaelB the Game Genie. You guys want to hear a funny story? So last week, if you watched our episode, the last 3 minutes of the episode, we said, hey, we're gonna do an award show this week, right? MichaelB, you know, he's there, he's nodding, he's paying attention. We just did like an hour and a half show, right? He's exhausted. Our brains are fried. And then all of a sudden, you know what happens, man? MichaelB slept on it, totally forgot about it. And then over the weekend, he's thinking to himself, man, I need to come up with an idea for a show for my Monday show. I'm going to do an award show. He didn't even remember where he got the idea from, but we're going to do it again. Mike, no hard feelings. We absolutely love you. And we got some goofy categories to kind of change things up from MichaelB's show. So make sure you guys stay tuned for the entire hour and cast your votes for the winner. Welcome to the Friday Funhouse. And of course, I'm PDubs with Detroit Love and MichaelB. How are you guys? Whew, I got all that out in one breath.
Man, you guys out so much I couldn't even interrupt to say, Michael, what is all that noise over there today?
You can hear that in the background?
Yeah.
The cat just took a dump.
I know. It sounded like bombs were going off.
It smelled like bombs were going off, literally.
Oh, wow. Already? The cats are pooping already, dropping anchors already?
Don't tell people how I live.
All right, guys, we went ahead and we put our first category in the live chat. That is, who is our mini arcade company of the year? We'll start with some of the more professional awards before we get to some of the goofy ones. So your choices were Numskull, New Wave Toys, MyArcade, and Tiny Arcade. So when it comes to makers and creators and designers of those mini arcade consoles that we all know and love, who did the best job? Put your votes in the live chat. We got a lot of categories, so make sure you're voting as quickly as possible. We're going to try and only have these votes open for like a minute at the most.
Can we vote too, Dubs?
If you have the chat open. I
do.
If you have the show open, just make sure the show's muted on another window so we don't have an echo. So far, it's running pretty close. We got Numskull and New Wave Toys running neck and neck. Keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. Who is your favorite? We definitely want to see that.
While you guys are doing that, I'm going to address the elephant in the room. Restalgia is no longer with us.
Oh, stop. Restalgia's sick, unfortunately. He's out.
No,
sick
Restalgia's
right now.
not sick. He was fired. Just
He
PDubs
was
doesn't
not
want to talk
fired.
about it.
He
It's
was
too
not
controversial
fired.
for PDubs. He said
He
it's
was
not the
not
right time to
fired.
address it on our award show. How Restalgia was fired.
Oh man, I can't believe how close the vote is between Numskull and New Wave. So before we end the poll and get the viewers awards, let's talk about it real quick. So if I had to choose between Numskull and New Wave Toys, I think I'm going to have to go with New Wave Toys, even though it's a smaller form factor cabinet. I really dig the ones that have been released this year, as well as the ones they have coming. I have like 3 on pre-order. I have Qbert coming. I got Missile Command coming. Or is it just 2? Yeah, I think it's just the 2 coming. But I'm super excited to get those. What about you guys? What would be your pick, Carl or Mike?
No doubt about it is Numskull.
Numskull, you like the bigger ones.
Oh yeah, I like the fact that it looks like the real cabinet. Really well made. They're beautiful cabinets. If you have a favorite cabinet and they make a smaller version of it, it's a must-have.
Yeah, MichaelB, what do you got for us?
I haven't purchased a New Wave Toys product yet, although I really like what they do. Like, I'm really impressed with the Dragon's Lair cabinet they released. The only experience I have is with Numskull. I got the Miss Pac-Man for review. I ended up getting another Pac-Man cabinet, so I got to go with Numskull just because you go with who you know.
Wow, nice. So you got 2 for Numskull. I got New Wave. We're going to end the poll right now after 75 votes. Man, this poll was pretty close, guys. Let's see the final results pop up here in just a second. But it looks like it's a tie. It came in at a tie. Numskull and New Wave Toys both got 46% of the vote. Wow, first tie. First tie for the super.
Is the voting closed? Get out there and get Numskull to vote, guys.
It's closed. We just closed it, man. Holy cow, it's a tie. We never thought that would happen. That's pretty impressive, man. Wow, that's crazy. Mike, what do you think about them tying? I guess people love them.
I'm surprised, but at the same time, I mean, you can't go wrong with either product. If you like the smaller scale home arcades, both of them are just making amazing products that are so close to being real recreations of the original models. I know from my experience with the Numskulls, I'm very impressed with them. As much as before I ever started playing them, I made fun of them and been like, there's no way you can play these enjoyably. They're just too small, but they are some premium desk shit. Let me tell you that. They're good stuff.
Let me get the next one typed in here real quick. I might have a misspelling here.
Oh, that's okay. On my award show, I actually put down Arcade 1-Up Big Blue Legends Ultimate Mini. So that was an option.
All right, guys. So the next one we're going to do here, guys, is our home arcade. And keep this in mind because MichaelB on his show, he did Spokesperson of the Year. But spokesperson is just the voice of a company, right? What we want to find out is, I mean, it all starts at the top, baby. Who is the CEO of the year? Whether you see him on screen or not, behind the scenes, the CEO has the final say in everything that happens with these companies. And we want to know, who is your home arcade CEO of the year? Is it Jong Shin from iiRcade? Is it Scott Bacharach from Arcade 1-Up? Is it PK from AtGames? Or is it Jeff Falke from Toy Shock, who Toy Shock had a rough year, but man, they got their products finally here and they're available for purchase, right? So kudos to them. I mean, we're not expecting a lot of votes for Toy Shock, but it doesn't change the fact that Jeff Falke did work really hard this year on getting products in the States, man, because they had some challenges with everything going on with global supplies and everything.
And into Canada.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to respond to a comment there from Akuma Rev. This is actually still going to be my office. Believe it or not, I actually chose this color. This is not the baby blue for the new boy. And thank you very much for the congratulations, Rev. I appreciate it, brother.
Jamie, who's a guy, said, "What about Well Played? Why isn't their CEO?"
Come on.
Well, we didn't think it was appropriate to put Cool Toy up there.
Oh, there you go. Neil before Jog. People asked about Unico. Jay just took over as kind of like the head there. So he's only been in that role for a very short time. I don't think it would be fair to put him in that spot. He's been more of a spokesperson role, you would have to say, up until very recently where he assumed that role. So, Everyone else had that position for the entire year. Go ahead, Mike.
I believe the CEO for Well Played is Lyle Langley.
I don't know who that is.
Lyle Langley.
It sounds like a joke.
Nope.
All right, guys, keep the votes coming. There's no doubt about it. Scott Backrack, obviously they got a lot of great endorsements this year. They signed a lot of great partnerships. Scott Backrack obviously was pivotal in those. Let's not forget about that for Arcade 1UP. And when it comes to, although he doesn't show up on like live streams and things like that, PK at AtGames is very involved in their Facebook communities and talking to people and things like that. Zhang Xin, obviously, he's the spokesperson plus the CEO, jack of all trades. He does a great job as well. We're going to close the poll here in just a second, guys. Get those final votes in, but it looks like it's a runaway. We got a runaway here, guys. We got Zhang Xin. We're going to close at 67% of the vote. 67% of the vote. Congratulations, Zhang. You win our Home Arcade CEO of the year. And I would actually have to agree with those results personally. Zhang is he's fantastic. You know what I mean? He's the kind of guy you all want to be friends with. What about you guys? Do you agree or disagree with the results? There's no harm if you disagree.
The thing about that, the differentiating factor between all the CEOs in this case for this vote is we all feel closest to Zhang because Zhang is out there. He puts himself out there, puts his name and his reputation right there with his product. It's not that PK, Scott, or Jeff doesn't do that, but they're not as visible a force publicly. Like Scott sometimes will show up, but mostly John is kind of the face of Arcade 1UP. And Jeff, Jeff doesn't use Facebook, so we get Linda as the face of Toy Shock, right? So and then PK doesn't. PK is he's a myth. He's the shadow. I don't know if he actually exists. We'll never see PK. So I mean, it's pretty hard not to vote for John here just because of the relationship we have with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
I would have to agree. I mean, John obviously is more of a community man, and his face is out there. He's talking to people. Let's face it, his product is the least recognizable or nostalgic value too. You know what I mean? So and it's the newest product. So he has to put his face out there more, get people hyped up about it. What's going on, MichaelB? It sounds like
Yeah, I just wanted to bring up a comment from the Rexer show there. The difference is you get the feeling Zhang actually cares a lot. End of story. 100%. That's what everybody feels about Zhang. So great answer from Rexer there.
He cares about his product. He cares about the community. He calls his family. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so who's not going to vote for family, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Kev Grad, Zhang has never insulted his customers. Akuma Rev, I have been impressed with iiRcade and the way they engage with the community. I'm hoping the online is killer and they get top tier titles. I think we're all hoping for the same thing, my friend. And guys, make sure you check out Put Your Quarters on the Glass. Later on this evening, they're going to be doing a Knights of the Round speed race, which I've been talking about on my channel. And MichaelB and I will be participating in that after tonight's Super Game Room Dudes. And if you guys think you can beat us in Knights of the Round, hop on your Arcade 1UP Big Blues, and it'll be a race to the finish. But let's move on to the next topic. Now, this is one of the most important awards in home arcade gaming, guys. I want you guys to take it seriously. We need to find out what or who is more legit. That's right, guys. If you've been part of this community, you know where this is going. What or who is more legit? Is it MC Hammer, the theory of relativity, Bigfoot is real, or is Papa Brad legit, guys? Start throwing your votes in the live chat. We need to find out what or who is more legit this year. I love Papa Brad.
And while they're voting there, someone asked about your iiRcade track mode with the flame.
I have the same one everybody else has. Why? Is there something different about it?
Oh, we'll get to that here in a minute. What or who is more legit? MC Hammer, the theory of relativity, Bigfoot is real, or is it Papa Brad? Is Papa Brad here, or did he skip us tonight? Where is Papa Brad?
Well, obviously he's being too legit somewhere else. So if you're going to vote for too legit, Too legit to quit. Did I get the hand signals right? I can't remember.
I don't think you did. I don't think
I
you
did. Too legit to quit.
All right, keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. MC Hammer's catching up to Papa Brad. If you're a Papa Brad fan, you might wanna put your votes in before he loses it. 10 more seconds, guys. 10 more seconds. We're gonna end the poll. Oh man, this is a lot of fun. I love this category. I was actually giggling when I typed this. I'm like, what's legit? And we're going to end the poll, guys. It's been proven. And our 2021 Home Arcade Award winner of who or what is most legit is Papa Brad's Gaming. Everyone say congratulations to Papa Brad in the live chat, winning with 40% of the popular vote. Michael B., do you agree Papa Brad is legit? Carl, what do you think as well?
Oh, I would have to agree. That he got my vote.
Can I ask you a question? Like when you say legit, I've always asked about this because I don't really understand it. I guess I'm too old or I'm not with it. But does it just mean that he's legit as in he's a good gamer or he's just a good person? What are you trying to say? What's legit about him? Or is everything legit about him?
I don't know, but we have this Encyclopedia Britannica, we have Google, we have Ask Jeeves, we have Yahoo, Netscape, Windows 95, and no matter which one I go in and I type in the search bar, who is legit, Papa Brad pops up every time. So I don't know what to tell you, Michael B. I don't know what to tell you.
So is this kind of like the Dundies now? I feel like we've gone away from the real awards. Am I going to get smelliest dump?
Well, we got the mature professional awards, but we also have some goofy ones as well.
Right.
Inside jokes for the community, which I'm sure everyone would understand as we go. But before we do, Michael B., what is going on with your iiRcade? iiRcade today released a new attract mode for the holiday season, a Yule log. But what is that? What is that?
Mine's different than everybody else's for some reason.
Well, I think why is that?
I think you have the same one too, PDubs, and maybe
looks like
Carl
mine
does as well. Yeah. So I guess as a kind of like an inside joke, I think I might have been the one who suggested the Yule log for the iiRcade screensaver over the holidays. Might have been something I threw out there. And anyways, they decided to do that screensaver and throw in some Alyssa Milano in the background. So technically, I got my wish. If you go all the way back to Super Game Room Dudes, Episode 3, I told John what would make this the best looking cabinet ever is if they put Alyssa Milano on the cabinet. So there we go.
And she is hot.
Yeah.
Literally.
All right, guys, what we're going to do here is we're going to show you a little closer what the special attract mode video is. It's really funny that the guys over at iiRcade sent this. They pushed this out exclusively to Michael B. and Mai's machine earlier today, and then they messaged
mine
us.
As well. I have it.
And you got it too, right?
Yeah.
And they messaged us and they said, turn on your iiRcades and check out your new attract mode. We sent you something special.
Yeah.
And let's show you guys a little bit closer of what we got. This is kind of hilarious.
Hi, Michael. It's Alyssa Milano. How are you? I hope you're well and you're having a good day. I hope that makes you feel good in your heart. Thanks so much for watching and supporting and being a fan, and I appreciate you.
It made me feel good, but not in my heart.
And God bless you. God bless your family, and I hope all is well.
Sorry about the video quality there, guys, but there you go. That's the special attract for Michael B. And Michael B., how long did you stare at that today? Let's be honest. Tell the viewers.
I haven't left my office since it went up.
Alrighty. All right. So, guys, next vote is in the chat. We're going to be talking real quick about our Home Arcade Consumer Virtual Pinball Machine of the Year. Throw your votes in, guys. Was it the AtGames Legends Pinball, Arcade 1-Up Pinball? Doesn't matter the form factor. They're pretty much all the same except the artwork as well as the games. Toy Shock Pinball, or those well-played pinball machines, which we're hearing rumors we might be seeing a comeback next year from them. But Those are
Well
just
played.
rumors. Yeah, those are just rumors for right now. But throw your votes in, guys, and be honest. So far, AtGames is killing it, crushing the pinball vote. But if you're an Arcade 1-Up pinball fan, get your votes in, guys.
Yeah, I got my vote in for well played.
Did you really? Oh, you had to, didn't you?
Someone had to.
Yeah. Well, while people are voting, I mean, Arcade 1-Up definitely made the prettiest pinball machines. That's for sure. You can't argue with that. But the AtGames pinball machines are just loaded with so many features and things you can do with them. If you're into that kind of thing, like plugging in a PC and doing all that stuff, like AtGames pinball is where it's at least in my opinion. But if you're just looking for, but some people just want to turn it on and play pinball. And if that's what you want, obviously there's those Arcade 1-Up pinball. So throw those votes in. Go ahead, buddy.
So even if you don't plug a PC into it, it kills everything else. Like if you look the real award show, the one I did, it actually won for best home arcade product of the year because it deserves it. It's really that good. So yeah, AtGames Legends Pinball. It's a winner.
AtGames Legends pinball.
Yeah.
They're killing it now.
You got paid to say that. It just came out too easy.
Yeah, I got Restalgia's job now.
Alrighty, so we're getting a lot of great comments in here. My Marvel pinball is pretty. AtGames is the best at stock. AtGames for the win. I just want to turn it on and play. One of my AtGames pinball buttons is starting to stick a bit. Yeah, that can happen. I mean, these companies don't use the best of the best of the best buttons. They don't last forever.
And don't eat Cheetos when you are playing your pinball. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Donna Time, this is true. You have to take classes to use AtGames products. Join the Legendary Academy. There you go. All right, good stuff, guys. We're going to go ahead and end the poll now. Obviously, AtGames ran away with that one. AtGames Legends Pinball took 80% of the votes during this broadcast. Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Thanks so much, guys, for voting. Kongs are us. VP wins. Yeah, if we had a category for like pinball mods, which I should have done, Kongs are us. I think if you guys remember his Star Trek pinball mod, I think would be the winner in my opinion. I love the fact he added the phaser ball launcher and all that kinds of stuff. He did an amazing job on his Cool Toy with his Simpsons mod. Who else did a really good Legends pinball mod? I think there was a Black Panther one that was really good. You guys remember? I forgot who did the Black Panther one.
There's a comment there from Chris Zeke. ALP is just fugly. And like, trust me, that artwork that's on it, you should have saw the original concept.
Yep. Keep them coming, guys. All right, guys, I got to punch in the next one. Michael B., are you going to go see Spider-Man this weekend? And guys, are you going to go see Spider-Man? Let us know in the live chat while I'm getting this set up for you. Go ahead.
I wish I was going to see Spider-Man. I really want to go see it. I've already kind of had some stuff spoiled, I'm sure. But unfortunately, we're pretty much in another state of lockdown here. Like our schools are going to be shut down. So theaters are reduced capacity. And my wife is really, really nervous, so much so that we actually were supposed to have our baby shower on Sunday. We ended up having to cancel it. It's that bad. So I don't think I'm going to get to see Spider-Man this weekend, unfortunately.
I'm sorry to hear that, man. We're going to go tomorrow to go see it, so I'm pretty excited about that. So almost done here, guys. So what we're going to do here, let me explain this, and also let me add some disclaimers so we don't have anyone out there freak out, start controversy, have a baby, have a cow man, get their panties all in a twist. So when Michael B did his show, he did ask about like home arcade YouTubers and stuff. And I think that's important, right? Because a big part of our community is the home arcade YouTubers, right? And this year we saw the rise of many YouTubers as well as newcomers coming in as well, right? Now, unfortunately, if you just say home arcade YouTuber, who's your favorite that covers home arcades? I mean, a lot of people, it could be a popularity contest, right? Cool Toy's been around. He's got a huge following. People might just vote for Cool Toy, etc., right? So I think it'd be better is we kind of break it down in categories. And what we're going to do here is we're going to have based upon subscriber counts, right? That way everyone kind of gets more of a fair shot at winning and it's less of a popularity contest. And also, if you guys haven't heard of any of these guys, might be a good idea to check out check out their channel. So the first thing we're going to do here is our home arcade YouTuber of the year who has less than 1,000 subscribers. So there's a lot of new guys making great content. And also keep in mind, guys, the way YouTube is set up with these polls, we're limited to 4. So if you didn't get chosen, please don't get mad at us. Please don't get mad. Please don't have a cow, man. There's no drama here. It's literally, we picked 4 people, and if we could pick 8, we would pick 8. Does that make sense? So let's go ahead and home arcade YouTuber of the year with less than 1,000 subs. These guys are up and comers who you might want to consider subscribing to. We got Office Arcade, Console Fanboy, Papa Brad's Gaming, and Put Your Quarters on the Glass, Akuma Rev. Let's do it, guys. Let me know who wins. And if you guys don't know who these guys are, especially because they have a smaller following, you might want to check out their channels and give them a sub if you enjoy their content. Who's your pick for this one, Detroit Love? And there's no hard feelings here.
You know, it's my boy Brad. That's my boy. He's been one of my biggest supporters. I've supported him right back. Really good guy. I love his content. He always shoot me out a video, even if it doesn't even make it to the to his channel. If he goes somewhere, he'll say, "Hey, check this out." So he's just a really cool guy, and that's my boy Brad for sure.
All right, we'll keep it going now. A lot of votes coming in. A lot of close races. We're going to keep it going because it's so close. We got Console Fanboy at 31%, Papa Brad at 26%, Put Your Quarters on the Glass 34%, Office Arcade at 10%. But guys, Office Arcade does good work. If you haven't voted yet, and if you've seen his stuff, if you like him, throw him in there. Let's not leave him trailing behind. This is really cool. This is really fun. I'm excited to see this one.
I haven't seen him, so I'll have to check out his channel.
Yep.
He did some really good stuff. He was one of the first people to get a Big Blue and start doing the Big Blue reviews. He did a really good job. So you can go back and take a look at that.
Yep. Keep them coming, guys.
I would have to say Zohar, when he came out, his channel first came out, his video, man, I was like, man, this guy is on fire. I hadn't caught many of them since then, but I was really impressed with his content coming out the gate.
Yep. All right, it's so close. I'm going to leave it open, guys, for another like 10, 15 seconds. So get your votes in, guys, if you haven't voted yet. There's 200 people watching, only 100 votes. Get your votes in, guys. This is fun. Oh, and by the way, a lot of this YouTuber stuff, we left ourselves out of this stuff in some of the upcoming categories in order to avoid showing any kind of favoritism. And as you guys know, if you follow my channel, I do always promote, support other YouTubers in this space. And things like that. So we definitely want to make sure other people are recognized.
You can do one for us and say who's the arcade people's guy.
The most important vote is going to be the very last vote at the end of the show. It's going to be who is going to win Dude of the Year. So you guys don't want to miss that.
And if I have a second, I will throw out my usual comment when this comes up. Subscribe to Cool Toy.
All right, guys, we're going to end the vote. And according to this audience, Put Your Quarters on the Glass, Rev with 32% of the vote, followed closely by Console Fanboy 30%, Papa Brad's Gaming at 25%, Office Arcade at 10%. Everyone give a shout out and a congratulations to all the nominees and, of course, Rev for winning. Way to go, man. Way to go. I think that was well-deserved. Rev is doing a lot of great stuff, guys. Not just making YouTube, but also setting up tournaments and doing all that. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, so he's super entertaining, but then you also have that side where he's doing something that's really different. Like the building of the home arcade fighting community is something that's interesting. It's new. It's not just, doing what he's doing. So congratulations to him. Everybody here in that category deserves congratulations. You got Zohar coming out with his satirical sense of humor. You've got Papa Brad doing what Papa Brad does. Papa Brad goes to a lot of home arcades, do tours. I love shit like that. And Office Arcade, like I mentioned earlier, relatively new to me, but he's got some good chops in terms of the way he presents himself and the quality of his channel. So the most important thing is check out all of them. All of them deserve your attention. So congratulations to the winner. They all deserve your attention and subscription.
Go ahead, Carl, before we go on.
No, I was adding, just make sure you subscribe. And then they'll be
all right.
category.
All right, dudes. So the next one is, since those were YouTubers under 1,000 subscribers, the next category is YouTube channels who cover the home arcade space who have somewhere between 1 and 5,000 subscribers. Now, let me tell you something, guys. There are a lot of people who got left off this list. I could only pick 4. It was so tough. And if you don't see your name and you're a YouTuber and you have like 2,000 subs or 1,500 or something like that, please don't get upset. This was really hard to narrow down who I think were the top 4 who contributed a ton to the home arcade space this year. So let's go ahead and throw the poll up, guys. 1K to 5K subs, and this is hard for me to pick a winner as well. You have 19K Fox, 2 Die 4, Third Floor Arcade with Jason, and Your Average Gamer, guys. Start putting your votes in the live chat. Go ahead, man.
Who's Third Floor Arcade with Jason?
The Fern.
But between one Fern. Yeah, he gets my vote.
No, Juan gave us a $5 super chat. Did you guys sync your iiRcades on purpose? They're perfectly synced. No, it just happened to be that way. So that was really cool. But yeah, this is really hard for me, guys. This is really, really hard for me because all these guys put in a ton of work every week on YouTube, as well as in Discord, as well as on Facebook groups. These guys do a lot of stuff. So get your votes in now. This is a lot of fun.
And I take that back about my arcade. I have the log, but I don't think I have Melissa Milano. Now that I think about it, I think I just have the regular games on promo.
There you go. It's almost the same thing.
Yeah, almost. I think I got Gilbert Gottfried on mine. Thanks, arcade.
Keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming.
I know that Michael B was expecting Melissa Milano.
We got a $5 super chat from Akuma Rev. I love my boy UAG. I had to hide my wife when you said 19K Fox. Warn us next time. That man is too handsome for retro YouTubers. These guys are amazing. Yeah, Cool Toy better watch out. 19K Fox might take the most handsome YouTuber in Home Arcade Award.
See, that's why I go out of my way to be as least appealing as I can to make everybody feel comfortable.
Yeah, that's why Mike and I just eat bags of cheesy poofs every night just to help, everyone else make sure they win, right? Yep. All right, guys, we're going to close the poll in just another minute. Get those votes in. It's still kind of close between 19K Fox and Your Average Gamer. He's got a chance. If you're a UAG fan, get him in. Get the votes in. Panty dropper of the year, 19K Fox. My honorable mention for this group is Rexer. Yes, Rexer loves real arcades. Does he really cover home arcades? I'm good friends with Rex. I love Rex. Rex's best content is when he's talking about real arcades and the Mister and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think he just kind of dabbles in home arcades, I would say. So
I would consider
these guys legitimately full-time home arcade YouTubers, pretty much. Go ahead.
I would consider him more of a retro gaming YouTuber. That's always where I put Rex. Yeah.
But we're talking home arcades. That's what this is all about. All right, we're coming up. We ended the poll. Looks like 19K Fox is the winner, guys. 45% of the vote. But Your Average Gamer, not bad. Not bad. 35%. Congrats, guys. Big shout out. I don't know if 19K Fox is here. He usually watches our show, so he might be here as well. Make sure you guys give him a shout out in the live chat. That's pretty impressive. All right, we're going to do another YouTuber award.
And then someone asked, where is Kongs on this list? You might not know, but our good friend Kongs recently hit 5,000 subscribers, so he can no longer be on the 5,000 under.
Yep. Kong is he's going to be on the 5K list. Remember that last poll was 1K to 5K. Okay, let's do here 5K to. Now the next category is Home Arcade YouTuber of the Year in the 5K to 10K subscriber category. Where'd you go, Carl?
I don't know why. I think he just left. I think 19K Fox made him drop his panties.
Oh no, he'll be back. I think his internet dropped. He just sent us.
No, he literally said, "Well, that brings me out of here," and he just left.
No, he'll be back. All right, here we go. Now, the next one is Home Arcade YouTuber of the Year, 5K to 10K in subscribers. We got 4 great choices for you. We got Kongs R Us, Console Kit, Glenn's Retro Show, and your gaming techie. It was really hard when I had to narrow it down to I could only list 4. And I was like, I want to list the Tech Buzz, my good friend Stephen Haywood, but also, unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, kudos to him. He's been focusing a lot on his productions, on his other podcasts, and focusing on other content. Luckily, he still does the Retro Buzz, and the production level that they put on every Friday nights is amazing. But your gaming techie, his channel's growing like hotcakes. If you guys haven't checked him out, and he's been covering a lot of stuff in the home arcades, so he definitely deserves to be on the list as well. Get the votes in, guys. Kongs R Us, Console Kits, Glenn's Retro Show, and your gaming techie. See, Mike? This is a lot easier than just when there's like 50 YouTubers that cover this space and you can only pick 4, you know what I mean?
Well, what I did was I did 5 nominees and then realized live on air that I can only do 4. So then I tried to make the best of it.
Yep.
I don't think Carl's coming back. I don't know if I made him mad. I don't know.
I don't think you made him mad. He'll be back.
I'm so self-conscious now.
No, he's fine. He'll be back. Get the votes in, guys. Here he is. What are you doing? Where'd you go, man? You made MichaelB worry.
I was trying to get this follow my face mode to turn off.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
driving me batty.
Oh.
But I can't find it.
See,
So it's
I
stuck
told
with
you.
me.
He had tech
Stuck with
issues. Guys, Kongs R Us is running away with this vote.
Oh, let me
If
go
you're a
back.
Console Kits fan, get your votes in there. Console Kits has done a lot of great work. He's got a pretty damn good podcast show. And it was nice seeing him come back covering home arcades after he took, I think he took like a 4-month break.
Yeah.
And then like he wasn't making YouTube videos. And then he's come back and he's making YouTube videos every day.
What I really like about Justin Console Kits is how professional he is. Like I said it to him one time, like he did this kind of like spiel for me. And I said, wow, Justin, that's really good. You should think about doing this. And he's like, well, we are on YouTube. And I forget sometimes because I'm just a goof doing this stuff, for fun. And I'm a failed YouTuber more than anything else. But like, Console Kits is really, really good, really professional. He's got that whole, what do you call it? Radio disc jockey voice. Like he's got the shtick down. So good for him. And it's good to see him back in this space. I hate saying that. It's retro gaming, but I guess home arcade space.
There you go. All right, guys. Big shout out to Kongs R Us. He won YouTuber of the Year, 5K to 10K subscribers. And also congratulations on hitting 5K subscribers. That's pretty awesome, right?
Absolutely.
If he didn't win this award, because I'll be honest, guys, I thought Console Kits was going to win when I was writing down the names. I thought Console Kits was going to win. I just figured the audience was going to go with Console Kits. It was just my feeling, and my feeling was wrong. And if Console Kits had won, I was going to say Kongs R Us should have won Most Improved YouTuber of the Year. If I have to give you some kudos, my friend, if you guys remember when Kongs R Us first started doing like his podcast shows and stuff, you could tell he was a nervous Nelly. You know what I mean? And now when he does his shows are really good. You know what I mean? His video production's improved. His podcasts have improved. Kongs R Us is doing great stuff. He would have won Most Improved as well this year, as you can tell by the growth of his channel. Go ahead, buddy.
And he also won an unannounced award on my show, biggest thirst trap.
Biggest thirst trap? We talk about Mrs. Kongs R Us.
Every single video in the thumbnail, it's like Mrs. Kongs R Us, and people are like, I'm gonna tune in.
Oh my god, you guys are ridiculous. All right, I got to get the next one prepped here. Mike, tell everyone a good joke.
Oh, I don't know any jokes. Carl, do you got anything?
I'm dry
going
as
on?
a board.
Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us, and congratulations to Kongs R Us. Again, that was a really good category. Kongs absolutely deserves it. Kongs does so much stuff, and he's super helpful, too. I'll tell you a little behind-the-scenes piece of information. Kongs actually reached out to me on Twitter today because my Tron is broken, and I can't get it to work, and Obviously, I'm the typical arcade one-up consumer. I know nothing about restoring real arcades or arcade components. So he tried to walk me through some basic troubleshooting to get my Tron back up and working. Unfortunately, it's beyond my capabilities, but thank you again to Kung Ross. On top of being an awesome guy who's constantly doing the YouTube stuff, he's also a great community guy that'll go out of his way to help you too. So definitely deserves it. The other people on that list too, Your Gaming Techie, really, really nice guy. Everybody there could have won console kits like I talked about. And Glenn's Retro Show, the godfather of all this, if there was some kind of award for just being like the nicest human in the world, Glenn could win. So again, all awesome people.
All right, guys. The next poll is in there. What is the home arcade inside joke of the year? If you guys remember a couple of years ago, like we've had a lot of great community inside jokes, like Arcade Went Up, you know what to do, right? We've had a lot of those, right? But in 2021, a lot of good inside jokes came out, such as Arcade Went Up Juniors being called the Babycade. Did you see it? Console fanboy. That thing's been trending ever since he started doing that. OnlyFlans, which this is one category that does involve the Super Game Room dudes. OnlyFlans is us. You guys remember that episode where Carl was wearing the flannel shirt and all that, and everyone just kept making the OnlyFlans comments?
That's not where it came from.
Wasn't that it? No? Oh, I don't remember. And then Don't Sit Inside Your Tron Cabinet. The lovely Mrs. Kongs Are Us breaking B. Kong's Tron cabinet, which was hilarious. I
think the dresser cage should have made that list.
Hey,
the dresser cage.
So easy on the dresser cage.
The dresser cage.
Where is that thing now? I wanted to play it.
I gave it to my nephew.
We've had a lot. We've had a lot of inside jokes on our show, man. We always like For Real.
Yeah.
Dressercade.
Someone brought up Golden Oldie here in the comments. Cool Toy has the ROMs.
Oh yeah, when we kept saying like Cool Toy, if you need ROMs, call Cool Toy, and he was cool with that joke. But after a couple of weeks, when that joke was really starting to trend and people kept mentioning it everywhere, he didn't want people really to say that anymore. You could tell, and I don't blame him, because if you do YouTube stuff, you don't want companies thinking you're handing out ROMs, right?
No, absolutely. And Cool Toy's legit. Like, he's not a pirate like Restalgia.
Oh yeah, he's nothing like Restalgia, right? Yeah, we get all our ROMs from Restalgia.
Yeah, and Cool Toys ROMs are legit. Just so you know.
All right, guys, we're going to end the poll here. So it looks like the winner, man, this was close. The winner is the Babycade, which I believe was created by the One Up Weekly when they were still doing the One Up Weekly. So congratulations, right. There you guys go. The Babycade. In fact, they still call that product the Babycade in our home arcade community. Oh, don't bring up the Copstitute.
Copstitute would have took it. Copstitute would have took it.
Yeah, we don't need to bring up the Copstitute.
How many of those shirts did we sell, I wonder?
What was that?
How many of those shirts did we sell?
5.
I think we sold one Copstitute t-shirt. Only one.
And it was me.
And you bought it, right? Okay, so this is actually one here that we're going to throw in the live chat. So the biggest news of the year. So start thinking the biggest news of the year, guys. This is actually a write-in from one of our community posts on our Super Game Room Dudes channel. So let's see here. John D's return. We have, that Arcade Went Up pinball pack. That was pretty big news. Everyone who had an Arcade Went Up pinball started hacking their pinball machines. I remember that. Let's see here. Oh, Randy's Records. Remember Randy's Records? And then, and then the AtGames racing cab. And you guys all remember how that racing cab went. So what was the biggest news story of the year for the home arcades? Was it John D's return after self-exile or forced exile? We don't know. We'll never know. John D's return, Arcade Went Up's pinball hack, Randy's Records revealed all the cabinets coming soon, or the AtGames announcing the racing cab, but then also there was a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes about that as well. Throw your votes in, guys. What captivated your attention the most?
I'm going to add when Restalgia went undercover as the mystery encoder.
Yeah.
That was my first interest in getting an arcade 1-up cabinet. I actually tried to buy one on Facebook Market or one of those little shops. I had a guy $500. I was going to get it, and then he must have saw the news of that release as well, and he ghosted me. So I hadn't been able to get one. But that's as close as I've gotten to buying a arcade 1-up pinball.
There's a lot of people putting all their feedback supporting Randy in the live chat. We greatly appreciate it, guys. But it does say Randy's Records is right behind that pinball hack by 2%, guys. Since the votes are so close, I'll leave it open for about another 10, 20 seconds. Get your votes in because it's so close. We don't want any more ties.
There's a bomb drop there from Cheek in the comments. If you could bring that up, PDubs.
Cheek, what did he say? Biggest news is Restalgia is T-roll. If you want to know what that means, you'll have to tune into my podcast on Mondays, Multicade Mondays. All right. And we'll go ahead and end the poll here. Michael B., do me a favor while I get this ready here. Can you read off the results for everybody?
Oh, okay. So is it closed?
Yeah, it's closed. It'll pop up in the live.
There we go. All right, biggest news story of the year, and the winner is the Arcade 1-Up Pinball Hack, narrowly defeating Randy's Records at 28%, and John D's return with 26%. AtGame Racing Cab came in the lowest at 11%. Arcade 1-Up Pinball won with 33% of the vote.
Okay, so that was the biggest news of 2021. Let's say, what will be the biggest news next year? What will be the biggest news next year, guys? And we have some good ones here for you. Hope you guys are ready. I just got to find it here because I just moved it. Where did it go? I'm so sorry, guys. Where is it? Here we go.
The biggest news of next year is going to be ALP 2.0.
Okay.
You think so?
If it ever happens. If they make a bigger back glass, give you 3 screens, make the proportions of the cabinet like a real pinball, it'd be fire, just like your iiRcade right there. Fire.
So my guess is that AtGames are going to realize that there's a lot of people that are taller than 5'3", and they're going to start making their products a little bit taller so people can actually use them while standing up.
All right, guys. So the biggest news of next year, like what's going to kind of dominate things for a while, is it going to be the AtGames Legends Eraser when more details about the final version of what that's going to be are released? We're hoping by National Owners Day. Is it going to be an iiRcade 2.0 cabinet? I think signs are pointing towards CES that we're going to see a revamped iiRcade cabinet, maybe a whole new version of this cabinet. Hopefully they've listened to fan feedback. Maybe it's in more of a traditional arcade shape with light up marquee and all that kinds of stuff. Or is it going to be this Arcade 1-Up Terminator 2 or Arcade 1-Up Killer Instinct cabinets, which are very, very hotly anticipated cabinets from a lot of folks. Right now, there's only one Killer Instinct out there in the field. Shout out to Twisted Chris. He's been putting out a lot of videos, letting us know what that cabinet's all about. But people aren't actually going to receive that cabinet as well as Terminator 2 until next year. Go ahead, Mike.
There's 3 Killer Instinct cabinets out in the wild. There's also Maximilian Dudes, and also GameSpot has one.
Did they actually make any videos?
GameStop has made content for their place, yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen it. I've only watched Twisted Chris.
Yeah, so you should have put in there the Arcade 1-Up Pro line.
Yeah, but that's a prediction. That's not guaranteed.
Is it a prediction or is it a spoiler?
No. I don't know. You tell me.
I know.
You're like, I know. The biggest win will be the new lineup from Arcade 1-Up. Yeah, who knows what games they're going to announce coming up very soon. Let's see here. iiRcade 2 won't be until summer 22. Yeah, but they can make an announcement. I think AtGames Racer will surprise us, much like how the pinball surprised us. I have a feeling, guys, that AtGames, a racing machine, when it comes out, it's not going to look anything like what got shown earlier this year. There are KIs in the wild being tested. Rev's giving us a winky face.
I'm so jealous of you guys. I wish I lived in California. I'd be over at least trying one somewhere
Yeah.
in one of you guys' houses.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna have this is gonna be great. I love this one. We're gonna go ahead and end the poll here. And it looks like iArcade wins. If iArcade releases a revamped new 2.0 cabinet, it looks more like an arcade, and who knows, maybe they'll add a trackball, light up marquee, who knows? It looks like 40% of folks, yep, about 39% of folks think that would be the biggest news of next year. And who knows, if there's a lot of people out there who think the iArcade isn't attractive, and if they make it more attractive, would they be willing to jump on board? I think a lot of it has to do with the games as well. They got to keep adding more and more titles, right? That's the key to success. Wouldn't you agree with iArcade? Mike or Carl?
Hmm?
Guys aren't listening.
Sure.
You guys are cracking me up. All right, so this one's going to be funny. I find this one funny because when I think about home arcade, I think about
we have a super
before-
chat here.
Yeah, so there's an amazing super chat there from Zodwriter who makes a really good comment there.
All right, go ahead and read it off. Take care of that.
Yeah,
The
go ahead.
iArcade is going to blow everybody's minds when they stop masquerading as an arcade and embrace being a console. Being a console means getting console port licenses. I think that one of the real strong things about what he says there is that's what I enjoy about the iArcade. I'm playing console type games on this and more modern type games. But the cool thing about the iArcade is it can do much more. You can play those modern games while still experiencing some retro games. So I 100% agree with your comment. Like, people need to stop thinking of it as just a retro arcade console, because you're always going to be disappointed because they're going to have a harder time getting some of the licenses because of the user base. But if you look at it for what it is and the new games they put on there, that's an excellent comment, and it could blow some people's minds by getting some new stuff. So really, really good point there, Zodwriter. Oh, I actually have some breaking news that I found out today. It's only related to Canadian fans, so PDubs is going to talk about how nobody lives in Canada. But you guys know that huge iArcade sale that was right across the US. You could buy the cabinets for like $250 and stuff like that. If you're a Canadian person and you've been waiting to get your hands on a cabinet and you've been looking at the price of the brick and saying, oh, I wonder if there's going to be a sale, the standard edition cabinet apparently tomorrow is going on sale for $4.99. So that's a massive drop because the cabinet itself, I think, was like $7.99 or $8.99. So it's going to be dropping down to $4.99. Head to the brick tomorrow and see if you can get your own copy of the iArcade. If you've been on the fence about it, Canadians, now's your chance. You can get it in store at the brick.
They're saying, let Carl eat his wings. That's so funny. All right, so the next one,
What wings?
Yeah, right there. People don't like it when you eat on stream. I got yelled at for eating on MichaelB's stream. And I've only eaten once. I've done YouTube 500 videos. I eat on YouTube once. I ate one time and I get so much shit for it. It's hilarious. But guys, this one's funny, right? You guys obviously watch our shows, you watch our channels. And I think there's 4 categories of home arcade content that I see pretty much everyone follow the same formula on their channels, right? So the question is what is the best YouTube content you guys liked watching during 2021? Did you like watching leak videos? Did you like watching product reviews? Did you like watching tutorials and mods? Or did you like watching podcast shows? And for leak videos, I guess we could kind of maybe include, like, you know how some YouTubers, they make these videos like, oh my God, this product's for sale, go buy it. I guess you can kind of include that, right? But I definitely want to know, guys, what type of content do you guys like the most that you watch from these home arcade YouTube channels? Us, as well as the 40 other guys and gals that cover this stuff. This is a very interesting, Mike. Mike, which one do you like? Do you like all the leak videos, like the excitement, breaking news? Do you like product reviews, tutorials?
There's two categories here. Ask me what I like making the most, and then ask me like what I like watching the most.
Just tell us.
Well, watching, I do like watching shows, and sometimes they're podcasts or sometimes they're leak videos about stuff that's coming up. I want to know. I want to get that information. I want to know what's coming up. I like that stuff personally. But making videos, I always use a comment, I skate uphill. I like to do the long drawn out reviews and try to make it nice and do my format and stuff like that. Even though I know it's not really the videos that get the most attention. Honestly, if you look at it, the metrics, even my metrics, I can make a quick, hey, this arcade's coming out and this is my feelings, and get a ton more views than a video that's going to take me 15 hours to make like a review. So
there you guys go. All right. So keep the votes coming. It's very close between product reviews and podcast shows, 34 to 31%. Because it's so close, I'm going to leave it open for about another 10 to 20 seconds, guys. Get your votes in.
And while you're waiting for that to happen, so my wife came down here and brought me some chicken and fries here.
Yeah,
and
we know.
She saw my Tempest. So she saw the Tempest cabinet and she goes, "I'm putting this on eBay." She said, "If I saw another cabinet down here, I'm putting them all on eBay."
Oh, did she see the Tempest?
Yes.
Oh no.
In the box, so she didn't see it. If it was assembled with the rest of them, she probably wouldn't notice it.
I'm so happy you finally got that. Welcome back to the One Up Buying family, brother. I'm so happy.
Guys, I'm ending the poll now. Let's see what the final results are once they pop through here in a second. It was a nail biter. It was coming down to the wire, but it does appear, and this is actually good information to have for YouTubers watching the show. 32% of the audience liked product reviews, 31% podcasts, 21% tutorials, and take a look at this, Mike. Only 13% of the audience likes leak videos.
That's
Only
the
13.
audience. That's the audience.
Mike's like, I'm going to make as many leak videos as I can.
No, I've kind of lost interest in it the last little while. If you notice, I haven't been doing it just because.
Yeah, I don't make any of those like, hey, this product's on sale at GameStop. The only time I did was that Gelga HSN thing, because man, I was getting a $160 cabinet for $75. I had to tell somebody about it. All right, go ahead.
So the leak video. So let me clarify with that. I mean, we all talk about this unless you're in this space in the Arcade 1UP fan pages for the wrong reasons. Don't we just like talking about this stuff because it's coming out? Aren't you guys legitimately excited when new products come out? Like, I don't share it to try to say, guess what, this is coming out. I share it to usually try to say my opinion and what I'm excited about. Like, aren't you guys excited about new products too? I don't know.
Yeah, I am. They're fun. Like when I did the Simpsons video, like that was a lot of fun back then. Okay, so right now, guys, we're going to take a vote. It's in the live chat. Which was the best home arcade product of 2021? And this is tough to choose from. You have the iiRcade. You have the Arcade 1UP Tron cabinet, which predominantly has gotten positive feedback. Other Arcade 1UP cabinets that were released this year, mixed bag of feedback, right? But Arcade 1UP Tron and Arcade 1UP Big Blue, predominantly when I look at product reviews, those have gotten mostly positive reviews compared to the other cabinets like Simpsons, X-Men, TMNT, Turtles in Time. And then, of course, the AtGames Legends Ultimate Mini, which is just being released, just shipping to everyone's homes. So which one wins best home arcade of 2021? Be honest and throw it in there. Mike, what's your pick out of these four?
I just voted for it. Honestly, it's Tron. I wish my goddamn flight stick worked. Other than that, when it was working, I love it. Like it just blows everything else away. Even if people say they hate the games, I'm having a blast. Tron.
Yeah, I voted for Tron as well. I wish they would have had the faux coin doors on it, molded ones that would have made that thing look so much better. But by far one of the nicest looking cabinets. I enjoy Tron. I bought a Tron. I got the Glenn's Tron stick for my ALU, so that I can play Tron games the right way and a few other games. So I'm a big fan of Tron.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys both like Tron. If I had to choose between Arcade 1UP Tron and Big Blue, I probably would go with Tron. Tron just seems like a really good cabinet, but I am enjoying my Big Blue, learning how to play a lot of these fighting games online. So that's a lot of fun too. I think I would have to give it to, I really like the iiRcade. They did a ton. They did a ton of their platform this year. There's a lot of people who don't like them, but they did a lot. I just did my year in review video on my channel for them, and they did a lot. And I think they had more hits than misses during 2021.
Yeah, but you're asking the best home arcade product, and that's the interesting fact about this. Did an iArcade actually come out this year? Yes, there's a 1.1 with a new button, but like you're viewing the iArcade based on their continuing product. So I can't, you can't vote on it that way because of its continuing product.
And you would have voted for Big Blue had you been able to play it for more than 3 days now. So
It's probably.
you know,
That's
had
true.
you had a good board from PCB from the start, I think you might have had a different.
Yeah, that was kind of tough. That was kind of tough. All right, guys, we're gonna do. This is gonna be the very last YouTube collection. No, we have one more. We have one more. This is going to be the very last YouTuber one because we want to talk more about these products. But we did 5K to 10K. We did less than 1K subs, 1K to 5K subs, 5K to 10K subs. But now we need to pick out who is your YouTube creator of the year over 10K subs. Now, this was very hard to pick 4 guys as well. But when I take a look in the world of YouTube, what?
I'm just responding to a comment just really quickly. Shoeshine, no, you can't. You can say console of the year based on what happened on the console, but we're asking arcade product of the year, arcade product that was released last year.
Okay, so
well, before you start, what most people are interested in is what type of wings I have. All this arcade stuff is just
secondary to the wings.
Yeah, so the wings are just seasoned wing. They're fried. My wife normally doesn't cook fried food. These things are delicious. They're not spicy. If she was making them for her, she would make them spicy. I don't like spicy. I like to be able to taste my food.
Now, this one was tough, having to pick 4 YouTubers over 10,000 subscribers who have consistently covered home arcade, these 3/4 scale and under home arcades during 2021. And if you guys take a look at this list, you'll understand why we went with these 4 choices. Get your votes in. We have, of course, the legendary Cool Toy, who covers home arcades a ton. RGT85, who made a lot of product reviews on the Arcade 1-Up, on the iArcade during the year. You have Gem Mint Collectibles, who pretty much reviews every Arcade 1-Up cabinet. And Bad Little Pixel, who covered the MVSX, Arcade 1-Up, and AtGames throughout the year as well. Who did the YouTube Creator of the Year out of these guys? Over 10K subs. Let us know. Who would you pick in this one, Mike?
I love Sean. I watched Jim Collectible stuff too, but I mean, it's impossible not to pick Cool Toy. I mean,
yeah,
Cool Toy's the guy.
What about you, Carl?
I pick Cool Toy. I don't know Jim Mint. I'll have to take a look at the channel. And RG85, I only know him from the iArcade wrestling game, so I don't normally. It doesn't come in my feed. You know, YouTube is a very particular beast. You know, you look at any of our YouTubes, and they're totally different channels because they only feed you what they think you like for some reason.
Restalgia says, why is he not on this list? Well, because we tried to exclude ourselves from as many of these categories as we possibly could.
Also, why are you not on the show?
Yeah. Well, he's got a sick kid at home, so.
I thought you said he was sick.
Yeah, can you get your story together?
Yeah, PDubs.
His kid is sick. You know what's going on. Jeez, man. All right, let's go ahead and end the poll there because Cool Toy is running away with it. He would be my vote as well because Cool Toy makes amazing content, and you know, I can't argue with it. You know what I mean?
No, I mean I watch Cool Toy and I look at the way I make my videos, and I always make the comment, I want to be Cool Toy when I grow up. Like, I just love the way he shoots. I love his camera style, his lighting, everything. It just leaves me in awe. So, yeah, Cool Toy.
And I actually do the opposite. I look at Cool Toys and say, that's just too damn cool. I'm going to do mine with my camera phone, and I'm just going to...
All right, real quick, guys, we do want to mention that I was going to have a little graphic asset made, but I didn't have time to do it today because of my day job. But we do want to announce who our Lifetime Achievement Award goes to. MichaelB, why don't you make that announcement? I hope you guys agree with our Lifetime Achievement Award.
Lifetime Achievement Award goes to Glenn Planamento. Glenn's Retro Show. Glenn's Retro Show, on top of, doing this forever, having the greatest collection, just being the greatest guy, is literally the best human being that ever existed. So nobody deserves it more than Glenn. He is the Lifetime Achievement Award winner in the field of, what is it, looks? What was this for?
Keep going.
No, you're up now. It's your turn. I said enough.
Oh
Well,
God,
yeah, I would have to agree. Glenn is a really cool guy, and he has a lot of cool bags too. I don't know. I like those bags.
Hey, Mike, is there a U or an E in your last name?
You.
That's what I thought.
URRY.
The next one's going to be tough, guys, because this is probably going to be the most controversial vote of the night, and that is who's the Home Arcade YouTube content creator shill of the year, guys. The shill of the year. So let me read off these choices to you. When it comes to the shill of the year, we have MichaelB, Michael Burry, Mike B, or the Game Genie. Those are your 4 choices for Arcade 1-Up shill of the year, or just shill of the year. What's your vote?
He told me he was going to do this earlier, and he said that he was going to include somebody else too, not just me, because you can only be a shill if you like Arcade 1-Up, right? You have to if you like Arcade 1-Up, you're just a shill. That's the way it is. You can't have a legitimate opinion.
Well, I don't want him to get mad. I don't want him to get mad. So I'm not going to mention the name. I was going to say, I told Mike, I was like, I'm going to have MichaelB, and then this other guy, right? And I was like, oh, I don't want him to get mad. I should have put it in there.
No, it's fine. I mean, guys,
I thought it was funny.
You think whatever you like. I legitimately like what I like. I talk about what I like. If it's bothersome to you, too bad.
All right, guys. And MichaelB is smoking the competition, but the Game Genie's a close runner-up. Multiple personalities, my friend. Let's go ahead and end the poll there because that's just a goofy one. Congratulations, MichaelB, on being the Home Arcade shill of the year. We find that pretty. And I love Kev Gray here, the Emperor from where did it go? From Star Wars. Let the shill flow through you, MichaelB. That's so funny.
Thanks, Rex.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to put anyone else in. We didn't want anyone else to get upset, Ronsky. So we didn't put anyone else in there. Come on now. People can call people shills. I don't care. It doesn't hurt me. I don't lose any sleep at night over it.
No, and I mean, like, listen, man. Everybody feels the way they feel about stuff. It's okay. And like, if you don't feel like someone's being genuine, that's totally cool too, man. That's for you guys to decide. Doesn't matter. And I'm okay. I'll deal with it.
Okay. Now this one's going to be tough because battle lines are going to be drawn on this one, guys. We're back to our back to business here with the surveys that matter, right? Who is the 2021 best home arcade company? Is it Arcade 1-Up? Is it AtGames? Is it iiRcade? Or is it Unico, makers of the MVSX? Who is the best home arcade company of 2021? Think of them holistically. Look at the whole story. Which one wins? Arcade 1-Up did a lot of things with expanding their brand, as well as, guys, I think they released about 66 products. Released and announced a total of 66 products, but that's, of course, if you're including countercades, partycades, accessories, things like that. Arcade 1-Up did a lot. iiRcade obviously has a single product that went through this huge evolutionary cycle. AtGames, they kind of killed it with the pinball. You know what I mean? Say what you want about their other products, but they kind of killed it with the pinball. And, of course, the MVSX is not a bad cabinet. I have it. I like it. It's right back there. So this is kind of tough, right? This is kind of tough. Unico really didn't do a lot of moves though this year, though, Mike. They just kind of released the cabinet as the cabinet hit the shores, right? Like they didn't add all the accessories, the stuff that's coming next year. We'll have to reevaluate Unico at the end of next year. So this is all right. So keep them coming, guys. We'll leave it open for another minute, even though Arcade 1-Up's out in front. If you're an AtGames or iiRcade fan, get the votes in there.
This one's tough, but I mean, obviously, if you're a multicade fan, you're not going to jump on Arcade 1-Up's bandwagon. But if you look at it in the sense of who released the most this year, Arcade 1-Up just released so much. There's so much quantity that they put out there, so it's so easy to pick them because you think of all the number of releases they did. Then you think in terms of what the other companies did. iiRcade had a really strong year because they fixed the problem with the retro games. They added the good, hard, sharp pixels in there, which was really good for them. They brought out some fun titles, but then they also had that down point where MLP never came, Mutant League Football never came out, so that kind of detracts from it. AtGames had the AtGames Legends Pinball, which essentially was out last year, but kind of came out the year before. It was a really strong year for AtGames in the ALP. I mean, the Zaccaria partnership was excellent. And also the Taito games that they brought out, even though they weren't as good as they could have been, were still, new pinball based on classic licenses. So that was good for them. ArcadeNet was a little disappointing, and we didn't really see much more added to their home arcade space, mainly pinball. So it's a tough year. Unico, I mean, they just released the MVSX, and then really they're a company that's trying to find their footing of where do they go next. So, I mean, it's hard to vote for them. I don't know what you do here. It just depends. What do you like more? Do you like multicades, or do you like what Arcade 1-Up is trying to do?
Well, I mean, what Michael really wanted to say was Arcade
Vote
1-Up.
Arcade 1-Up. Go
Yes.
Arcade 1-Up.
I mean, but when you talk about sheer quantity, quality is questionable at times. But if you looking to grow your arcade, then obviously Arcade 1-Up is going to give you the most bang for the buck, give you more options. And they put out a bunch of cabinets. They put out the shooter, they put out the racer, they put out, what I mean? And so they gave you a lot of options to grow your home arcade, and that's what this thing is about home arcade. So I don't know what the end vote is just yet, but I mean, I voted for Arcade 1-Up, but just for that.
Arcade 1-Up won. They ran away with it. Arcade 1-Up run.
Yeah.
Most overhyped.
I just want to say one last thing. If AtGames had switches, so I only had to log in one time into my cabinet, then they would have won hands down. So maybe next year. So there's hope for them to get the award next year.
All right, guys. The new one. Now we're going to flip the script here. What was the most overhyped product of 2021? What product wins most overhyped product? What product, after you saw reviews or maybe you played it yourself or you owned it, which product failed to deliver on the hype? Was it the Arcade 1-Up Big Blue, the iiRcade cabinet, the AtGames Legends Ultimate Mini, or the Arcade 1-Up Killer Instinct? Now that reviews are coming out, they've been hyping that cabinet since CES. And now that reviews are coming out, we got a good idea of how that cabinet's going to be. Was that cabinet just overhyped? Let us know in the live chat. Michael B's grabbing something. $5 super chat from Jeff Walsh. AtGames Pinball. I only have a modded 1-Up for $2.99. Love it as well. Looking forward to my Mutant Football League iiRcade. I'm in all spaces. There you go, buddy. He likes them all. Nothing wrong with liking all the companies. Why? Everyone's just jumping in and out, man.
I apologize. I don't know what was happening. I was like, is it my camera or what? I kept going down, down, and I think it was my chair, so I just readjusted.
It was your chair was sinking?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so funny. All right, we'll keep this open for another minute. So far, AtGames Legends Ultimate Minis at 40%. Arcade 1-Up Killer Instincts at 32%. They're fairly close. I'll leave it open for about another 10, 20 seconds. Get those votes in. If you feel one of those products was the most overhyped product of 2021, failed to deliver on its promises. Go ahead.
Well, I think the AtGames is going to win that. It's getting close, but I mean, we just been, people put in orders on the NOD, and people have been waiting. It just seems like it was forever for them to start getting them. So I think that's where most of the votes are going to come in from that angle.
Michael Soon is asking me if I saw his chat earlier. Did I miss a super chat, guys? Or just a question in the chat? Hopefully I didn't miss your super chat, my friend. I'm not showing it. I'm scrolling back up. I don't see a super chat. Did you guys see my chat earlier? Throw it in again, Michael. If it's a super chat, I'll refund you. But I don't see it. All right, let's go ahead and end the poll here. Well, actually, no, it's not ended. It's really close. It's 38% AtGames, 34% Arcade One Up Killer Instinct. We'll give it about another 10, 20 seconds here on that one.
I will say that I feel partially responsible for maybe some disappointment in the AtGames Legends Ultimate Mini. And I apologize. I didn't mean to bring down anybody's excitement for it with my review. You just, you're in a place where you have to review and you have to be honest. And there was some stuff with the aspect ratio that was disappointing to me. It's still a very good product, just not what I was hoping for. So, I will put that out there. It's still a really good product, just not what I was hoping it would be.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and I think I've mentioned this to a few people. If I did not own an AtGames Legends Ultimate arcade machine, like let's just say if time was reversed and let's say they released the Mini originally to compete with Arcade 1-Up and then they went bigger and they came out with the Ultimate. I think if you flip-flopped it, I would have been like so excited about the Legends Ultimate Mini, and then I would have been so excited for the Legends Ultimate arcade machine. But when you have a bigger cabinet with more features, and you go to a smaller cabinet, with it's only one player control deck, no trackball, no spinner, it just kind of, and you go from a 24-inch screen to an 18-inch screen, it kind of, I think it ruined my excitement. Like if I didn't own these, I probably would have given that cabinet a much better review than I did.
Yeah,
which is why go ahead.
I haven't seen it, personally. But I feel exactly the same way from that standpoint. At my heart, I'm a vertical guy. I'm 55. My passion is with the vertical games, Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, Elevator Action, all those games. And so, for me, I'm like you. If they came out with that one first, I would have been all over it. I would have got that. And if they came out the ALU afterwards, I probably wouldn't have got the ALU because I would have been. It's tough for me to justify having both of them after spending time, because I'm not like MichaelB. I don't try to get every cabinet that's made. You know what I mean? I'm very selective in the choices that I have, and realistically, I can play all vertical on my Galaga. I can play all horizontals on my Street Fighter mods, but I like the uniqueness of I try to find the uniqueness in the other cabinets that I get so they stand out and stand on their own.
I agree. We got a $10 super chat from Kongs R Us. Thanks, Super Game Room dudes, for bringing a lot of fun and inspiration to the retro home arcade community this year. Happy holidays, Dubs, MichaelB, D-Love, and Restalgia. Thank you so much, B Kong. We appreciate you as well. Thanks so much for that. Michael Suna, $5 super chat. iiRcade is selling mass units for a big publisher. They must have some numbers to hit to gain access to the licenses. Exactly. The number one way to get some of these licenses is to have the data to back it up. So that's definitely another reason why those cabinets went on sale, was to increase their user base, and hopefully you purchase some games to increase their software sales numbers, right?
Absolutely.
Favorite console of the year, still my 2600 from the Coin Worker. He still loves his Atari 2600. That's pretty awesome. I'm not a big fan of the Atari. I know.
I used to make that joke. I used to make that joke all the time. They'd be like, "What's your game of the year?" And I was like, "And for the 27th year in running, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past."
Well, we're running close on time, so I'm going to have to skip a few here so we can get to the end. Because also MichaelB and I are going to be participating in the Knights of the Round speed race in just a little while, so we have to head over there. So before we do, we are going to do. Let's just do our main one. This is the one that counts, guys. This is the biggest award of the night, and if he wins, we'll never hear the end of it. Who is going to win the Dude of the Year? This one's tough. And you know who I'm talking about. Like, if he wins, we'll never hear the end of it.
I'm going to vote for him because he's having a rough night, probably.
I'm going to predict that somebody's going to win by 60.39%.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. We're only allowed 4 responses on YouTube, 4 poll options. We have a team of 4. You have the Super Game Room dudes. Who wins Dude of the Year? And I'm not trying to sway the voters, but let's just remember the Tryon Halls, the alien dancing. Let's not forget the DWO, the Dude World Order.
And don't forget the People's Guy. Come on now. Hey,
let's-
Mr.
yeah.
Coder's got a
Mystery Encoder. Yep. $2. Mike B's a shill, but he loves Kongs R Us. That's so funny, Mystery Encoder. Thanks so much. Holy cow.
already
Look
won
at
that
that.
award. So
That's
confirmed.
way too much hobby hands. You didn't have to do that, man.
Why don't you read that off, Mike? Go ahead.
Not sure if you're having any more shows until next year. I just wanted to say thanks. Your videos have really been fun and even helped me when I've been stressed. Big thanks. Hobby hands, you did not need to do that. Like, you way too much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we
and
appreciate that. Thank you, Hobby Hands.
honestly, man, I don't think you guys understand how much we appreciate you being here and how much fun makes it for us when you guys are here in the chat and having conversations with us. That's what makes this all worthwhile for us. So thank you for being here as well.
Yeah, and it's a place where you can be honest and recognize that Michael is a shield. So we appreciate you guys coming every Friday night and hanging out with us. Man.
Look at this. Look at that. Can we vote for 19K Fox? He did have an excellent guest hosting spot. By the way, did I tell you guys while we're waiting for those votes to come in? Guys, make sure you vote. Make sure you vote. We haven't gotten a lot of votes yet. Get your votes in for due to the year. Our feelings aren't going to be hurt at all. I know I kind of micro controlled that with what I said about the try-on halls and stuff. But honestly, I couldn't do this show without Carl. Carl is like my conscience whenever I'm stressed out, suffering from anxiety. Carl's like, stop whining. Let's do the show, right? MichaelB is the guy that keeps the friendship together. He's the lovable guy you want in any circle of friends. And Restalgia, just we have to pay him, but you know how it is with Restalgia.
My God.
Yeah.
Mystery Encoder.
Oh boy. All right, we'll get to that in 1 second. Restalgia should win, following the trend of $50 because why not? Yeah, guys, let's not start a whole little thing about that. I don't want people to panic. Mystery Encoder, but thanks so much. $50. Restalgia should win, following the trend of 50 because why not? That's too much money, guys. We greatly appreciate it.
So Mystery Encoder, we're gonna have to find out who you finally are so we can get that money back to you.
Yep. Let me tell you that funny story real quick while that's running. So, Console Fanboy, he made that funny impression video of me, which I absolutely love because he whenever you do an impression of someone, the way to make it work is to over exaggerate their weaknesses, right? That's the key to a good impression. So like my laugh, I have an obnoxious laugh. And when he did my laugh and he's all like, like it was hilarious, right? But then he was talking, he did that whole part where he said, I have 2 shows. PDubs has 2 channels. And he sometimes doesn't even go on his other channel, right? The Super Game Room dudes. And he was showing the episode where B Kong stepped in to help us out that night.
Yeah.
I made Zohar feel so bad because I went and I messaged him like, Zohar, you realize that weekend was the weekend my mom passed away and I was at her funeral, so I couldn't make the show because my mom passed away. Guys, you should have seen Facebook Messenger. Zohar was all, I'm so sorry. I feel so bad. I shouldn't have done that in the video. I was like, oh, you didn't remember. It's totally fine. But man, that was hilarious. I totally guilt tripped him. I guilt tripped him. It was hilarious. Go ahead. What are you going to say, Mike?
Some of the stuff is pretty funny. Like you open your fridge and there you are. Hey.
Yeah. Open your sock drawer. Hey, guys. And I didn't realize that I say hey a lot until I went back and looked at some videos. Hey, it's PDubs. So PDubs Arcade Loft won Dude of the Year, 42% of the vote. Thanks so much, guys. But keep in mind, this show wouldn't be possible without my 3 co-hosts. So we're all good buddies behind the scenes. We bicker like schoolgirls, but we have a good time doing it. MichaelB, any final thoughts? Any other honorary awards or statements you want to make before we wrap things up?
No, I think I've said it the most. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in and watching us. How many episodes is this now for us, PDubs? We've been doing this for over a year now.
63, 64.
63 episodes. You guys
Something
have been
like
with us the whole time, having fun. Thanks for making this enjoyable for us to do. Carl, thank you for finding a new way to drive me nuts tonight with your new camera that keeps zooming you in and out. It's so much better than your furnace sound. Oh, here he goes again. And I agree, Mr. Encoder. I think Restalgia should have won for GameRoom Dude of the Year, but I think PDubs was a good choice too. Thank you, everybody, so much just for watching us. I don't really have much more to say than that. For those of you who've been following my camera drama, I did find a fix. I just have to jam a toothpick into the sensor in the camera, and I'm back in business. So reviews are still coming.
Well, that always works for me to jam my toothpick into things, and it fixes everything for me. So I could have told you about that about a week ago, even before it broke. But PDubs, congratulations on the dude world order.
Yep, go ahead.
Michael B.
Thank
you. A fire.
Yeah, no, not a fire, but PDubs is so close to 10,000 subscribers, guys. Tell a friend about him.
No.
Anybody that you can get out there.
Cancel PDubs.
No, subscribe to PDubs, subscribe to Cool Toy, and let's help get PDubs to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, guys. Come on. Let's do it.
$10 super chat from Anti-Social Hero. End the show. I still need to watch Winter is Coming. My apologies, my friends. I know we're running late. Make sure you guys give us a thumbs up on the way out. There's not going to be an after show, a post show tonight because Michael B and I are committed to participating in that Knights of the Round tournament. This might possibly be our last podcast of the year because the next 2 weekends we have Christmas and New Year's back to back. I doubt we'll do a show. We'll talk about it, but for now, let's just assume we're not. So just in case we don't end up doing a show the next 2 weeks, which is more than likely, just want to wish you guys happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Hope you have wonderful and safe holidays with your families. Thanks for making the Super Game Room Dudes your favorite arcade and gaming podcast show. We greatly appreciate it. And Carl, whenever you're ready, send them on their way.
All right, guys.
We
definitely appreciate you this year, man. It's been a fun year. I got to go because I got to get dessert. P-Dub's got to go because he's got to eat dinner. And we happy holidays, man. Whatever you celebrate, make sure you celebrate with family. Staying safe, staying well. And until next time, we'll see you on the web.
You know what? We do need to take a picture of that and send it to Restalgia that he didn't win Dude of the Year. We need to make sure we do that, right?
He's going to be inconsolable.
He's gonna be a wreck. 2022, the year he's gonna be depressed.
He paid $50 to try and boost up his numbers, and it didn't work.
$5 super chat from Ep Cyclone. Detroit is killing it tonight. We almost forgot to read that off. Thanks so much, buddy. And guys, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. We'll see you next year.